Hello and welcome to week 7 of Wushu52, my 52-week project to get back into Wushu shape. And I'm here at the park. Are you ready? Let's go. And yes, I was there at the park, and we'll go back to the park in a minute. But first, a little bit of me riding around Honolulu on my Honda bike. So far, we are definitely not in chronological order. My work is pretty jam-packed this week, so I thought I would get right into things with the voiceover and start showing footage from my training. So the first day up was Tuesday, February 15th. It was actually raining on this day, so I first went to the gym downtown, but there was no parking there. So I ended up having to drive halfway across the island to the gym in Pearl City. And overall, the training wasn't that great. I didn't really make it past basic kicks. But I showed up, and I didn't let rain or a lack of parking stop me, so I'm really happy about that. I actually got out there and did something. Even though it wasn't a lot, I made the effort all the way to Pearl City, and I trained. You know, it's easy to get down on myself, but I'm really trying to focus on what I get done rather than what I mess up. And I actually really liked the facility there at the gym, although the main weight training room was pretty crowded. And even in this room, there were a fair number of people stretching and doing their thing. I will have to figure out the best time of day to go there and get my training on, especially on days when the weather is not very cooperative, which it hasn't been for the last week or so. On Wednesday, I was supposed to do strength training, but I didn't. Why? Well, I honestly can't remember. Although on the day, I remember thinking that I wasn't up for it and I had a valid reason. Maybe it was my ankle hurting, maybe I was sore. I honestly don't remember. Which means that it probably wasn't really valid and it was a lame excuse. I do remember my work was quite busy all week. In fact, Friday, I was so wiped out that I started feeling a bit dizzy and started fading out around 6:30 p.m. I finally just went to bed at 7:30 and I didn't wake up until 7:30 in the morning on Saturday, which means those 12 hours of sleep were really necessary. But it also means I was super raring to go with training on Saturday morning. And my ankle was feeling better, my inflammation had gone down, so overall I think the sleep really helped me. And I think the reason I wasn't feeling so great earlier in the week was also because of that lack of sleep. It's a constant issue with me, as you've seen through all of these videos. I keep talking about my lack of sleep, and it's something I really need to tackle and deal with. But at least this week, apparently it's still an issue. So here we are on Saturday, which is where I last left myself off at the park. So let's go back to the park and check out the training that I did there. So as you can see, I'm here at the park. It's Ala Moana Park. Beautiful day today. A lot of people out here. People having picnics and doing all sorts of stuff. But I thought I would do my intro from here today just because it's a little bit different. I'm tired of just always you seeing me sitting at the desk. It's a little bit unique. So I'm sitting on my camera stuff just to see if I can actually record whatever I end up doing. I have a bit of physical issues going on right now. My arm, I can't straighten it. It hurts in the elbow, so I can't do punches on this side, or at least not full extended punches. I can do like slightly contracted punches. And left side's fine. Ankle swelling, it's about the same. It's getting a little better slowly. And I apologize, I didn't bring my microphone, my external mic today, so you're just getting the onboard mic from this phone. I have a rib out of place too, which is kind of annoying, which means I'm a little bit tender on one side. It happens. It used to happen a lot more than it does now. Before I realized what it was, I thought it was like a muscle spasm or something, but it turned out it was just a rib popped out of place while I was sleeping, and I just need to get it back in. So Isaac said he would be here today, but we'll see what happens. He may or may not show up. I haven't seen a text message from him yet saying he's on his way, so. Spare battery. This is really cool. It's a battery. It's a 10 milliamp battery, or 10,000 milliamp battery, but it's also like so you can stick like a tripod extender on the bottom, like that, and then you can plug in here, and it gives you like several charges on your device or whatever it is. It doesn't extend. You need to get like a selfie stick on top of it, but it's still pretty cool that it does this. And then I have my little 360 camera on top here, which I can put in. Or I can put in my little Instagos. I really should do a video about my camera setups. So I have my little action cam right there, and I have my camera right here I can take out and put in that spot. course, it doesn't help to have a battery if you don't have any cables, which I didn't bring, so that's dumb. But it's just another way to mount things like that. So after getting my camera stuff ready, I started doing my stretching and warming up. This piriformis stretch really does a number on my my piriformis. As I said, on my right arm I couldn't straighten it. Sometimes that happens. I get a weird twinge. Maybe I did something funky in the morning and I just wasn't able to straighten it out and punch. So you'll notice that as I'm doing punches and stuff with my right arm, I'm being much more careful and I'm not really going full out on that side of my body. For some reason, the butterfly palms didn't have an issue doing anything with my right arm. And then Isaac showed up. There's Isaac. You can see him stretching, doing some pubu. One side and the other. My pubu is really high. And then doing a little bit of high stance training. Just trying to improve my stability and balance. And it was nice just to have someone there to train with and chat with while we're working out. It made the time go a lot faster. But then it was time to do some kicks. So we started with some warm-ups. Then we moved to Jung Ti Tui. And I was finally remembering to exhale when I was kicking. So you'll notice I'm not holding my breath in on this particular day. And you can hear me sort of quickly exhaling each time I kick. The inside kick I was able to do both legs. But outside kick, I could only do the right side. I'm stepping pretty wide there, too. Then working on the snap kick punch. Trying to get that hip flexor working. I think my elbow wasn't coming out nearly as much as it was previously, so I was trying to focus on that. It still comes out a little bit, but part of that is just my range of motion and what my body can do, and the fact that I have a lot of spare tire to keep my elbow busy. Then we try to do side kicks, and these are challenging for both of us. We realized after we did a couple in a line that our gluteus muscles were just not strong enough to do these, so then I went to the table and just practiced this.
Yeah, my right's better than my left.
Yeah, my right's definitely better than my left. Then we did the flat nail kick. Then we did Dan Pai Jiao. then it was the combo. It will be nice when my Pubu is finally strong enough to do this correctly. Alright guys, I'm done training. Say hi to Isaac. Hi to Isaac. That's Isaac. I have to say, it was really nice having Isaac there to train with me. I really appreciate him coming out, and I noticed that I worked way harder than I normally do when I'm by myself. I trained more intensely, I had more speed, I worked a little harder. And as a result, by Monday, which is when I'm recording this, I've become extremely sore. My inner thighs are totally feeling it. And that's a good thing. I mean, it's a good kind of sore, not a bad kind of sore. I was feeling it so much that Sunday, once again, I didn't get in my strength training. And I had intended to, but I didn't do it. And really no good reason. I did do my mobility training, which is great. And I tried to flush out some of that lactic acid, but strength training probably would have helped that even more. So there you have it. The week started off on a bit of a lull with a not very good workout on Tuesday, but at least I trained, even when I had to drive across the island to do it, and it ended on a high note, training with Isaac at the park and putting way more effort into things than I normally do. This coming week should be interesting. I'm really looking forward to training on Tuesday, really getting in some good sessions of mobility and strength training during the week so I can keep leveling up my basics and fundamentals. You know, it's amazing that my first time doing lines of basics was just a month ago on January 18th, 1 month before the Saturday practice at the park. I was mentioning this to some friends online, that if I look at each workout on its own, it could be a little discouraging because I remember how I used to be and what I'm doing now isn't close to that level. I mean, not that my level was really all that good at the time, but it's not there yet. But when I look at myself over the course of the last 7 weeks, I can see growth. And I'm amazed at how quickly I'm starting to build back my Wushu. And I guess what that means is that it's really just a matter of perspective. We see the reality that we focus on. So if we focus on growth, progress, and development, then that's what we'll see. And to be honest, that's a lot more motivating than the alternative. Anyway, that's it for this week's quick and dirty recap for week 7. Thank you so much for watching and joining me on this journey. Until next time, keep training hard. Jayo.